Hello everyone. Today we are going to do a test ride on a scooter given to me by a friend of mine in collaboration with the company egoboo, which is a electric scooter company. And today I'll do the test ride and review of the go80. So yeah, I just gotta wait for it to fully charge and also to fully charge my phone because we're gonna take this thing on a quite long ride, about 10 kilometers. And so yeah, see you then. So now I've got everything charged, the phone and the scoot. As I was saying before, this is an electric scooter from the egoboo company, egoboo. And yeah, this thing is actually pretty cool. So it has three modes, limited at 25 kilometers an hour. It has three modes. Sorry for the video quality being shit. So let me tell you something. This thing has, I know you can really see it, but it has. So this is the first mode. You can see, but it's blank here. This is eco mode. So this one is limited to 5 kilometers an hour. So this mode's top speed is 5 kilometers an hour. This is sport mode. I think I can make you. Oh, someone's coming. Sorry, gotta move it. All right, this is sport mode. Maybe I can get it to focus. It's basically just a white S circle. Okay, so this mode is limited at 15 kilometers an hour, which is about 10 miles an hour, something like that. And the last mode is Super Sport, which is limited to 25 kilometers an hour. This thing has a rear power brake, and also a foot brake. So this is the foot brake, and this is the power brake. So basically, it brakes with the monitor itself, with the motor. It has a thumb throttle. Now I set it so that it starts without having to push it with your foot, but nor it comes from factory. It comes like you have to push it for it to go about over 3 kilometers an hour, and then you can start moving. But I set it so that it moves by itself. So if I do this, I don't have to push it; it goes forward. So yeah, it comes with airless tires from factory. So as you can see, it doesn't have tubes, it's airless, so it's anti-puncture, which is really cool. It has a rear light that when I turn this on, so when I turn the main lights on, it turns out both this one and the front one, which it doesn't look like it, but in the night it's pretty fucking powerful, trust me. It has turn signals, which is really useful, because down here in Italy, they need to stay on, the scoots need to have it, so there's this one and the other one on the other side, which are activated by these two buttons. So this is left and this is right. Okay, this is the main console. You have the light here, the battery level here. It's fully charged now. You can choose between kilometers an hour and miles an hour. This is the main speed, and this is the indicator. So there's a thing that laps around here. Okay, the handles are screw-on, so you have to screw this on when you get it. It's foldable, which is really useful, so that you can fold it and save lots of space. It takes about 3 hours, 4 hours to fully charge. It has a little stand, which is really useful, especially for when you have to park it somewhere. It has front suspension. It's not that much, but it works. It doesn't have a front brake, but yeah, as I said before, it has a rear power brake. And yeah, we're gonna do a test ride on this. It has a rear engine, 50 watts, I think. No rear suspension, unfortunately, but it's pretty good. Yeah, so top speed, it's about, as I said before, 25 kilometers an hour. And the total weight, I'd say about 30 kilos. About 30 kilos, maybe even 35, but yeah, it's pretty light from being electric. So now I'm gonna film the ride. See you later, chumps. Hello there, champs. The phone is mounted, so right now what you're seeing is the scooter's POV. So as you can see, this is my friend over here. Where the fuck are you? Get in the screen. This over here is my friend Luca. He will be test riding this with me. He's on a bike, as you can see. He doesn't really speak English, so it's gonna be a bit of a bit difficult for him to speak to you, but we'll figure a way out. I can translate for him. So yeah, we're going to take this thing on a quick ride, the test ride on my city. It's a pretty small town, so there's not much to see, but at least we'll see how this thing goes. Let's go. And we are on our way. So, hello everyone, this is me again a few hours later. I had to voice over this because the phone kept shaking, and so basically there's no audio. I mean, you basically cannot hear me. So, I'm gonna voice over this. We were going, and here we stopped, since about here we stopped, since my friend, my dumbass of a friend, forgot his door open. And yeah, so we waited, and I'm gonna give you a bit of the original clip later, but for now I'm just gonna voice over everything. So this is a pretty calm part. We just cruise around the city. I don't say much. I just basically say how cool this thing is and insult my friend a bit. But I'm gonna give you details. So the specs on this thing are: it's mainly rear-wheel drive. No, not mainly. It's rear-wheel drive. So the motor is mounted on the back wheel, which I actually love because you don't find that on any scooter. And I honestly hate front-wheel drive electric scooters. So yeah, that's basically how it works. As I said before, it has airless tires. So you don't need to pump them. You don't need to worry about punctures. Actually, I just noticed now that I'm looking at it while it's being charged. I punctured the rear tire, and yeah, I punctured it, and nothing changed. It's still going like it did before, because as I said before, it doesn't have a tube. Of course, you can change them and add a tube if you want to, but I honestly recommend by keeping the stock one down until they last. So, as I said before, it has a front suspension, which is covered by a bit of a. It's a spring. It's a spring suspension, which is covered by a small plastic thingy, just to avoid dust getting into it and it getting damaged and anything. You can always regulate the steering. Unfortunately, I don't think you can regulate the ride height, but I'm gonna check later and keep you a bit updated about it. So it has 8-inch wheels, and the top speed is 25 kilometers an hour. Now I've tested it on my phone with the GPS, and the top speed was actually like around 30 kilometers an hour, because it's actually limited. I haven't found a way to deactivate the speed limit, but if I do, I'll make a separate video about it. I've played with it a little bit. I've put on cruise control. So now if you hold the throttle down for 5 seconds. On the video now we get into a straightaway. We test the top speed and acceleration and everything. So as I said before, this thing has 8-inch wheels. It's about 30 kilos, something like that. It's pretty long actually. Let me take measures. It's pretty long, pretty stable. It has a few controls. Yeah, it has traction control to avoid you slipping. Now I don't really recommend riding on anything slippery like ice or rain, because you might slip, because it's 50 watts of power. Because it's not that much, but when we talk about ice, it's a lot, especially because it's rear-wheel drive. So, and yeah, it's unfortunately the lower plate is not waterproof, so you gotta be careful when driving around over ponds. The ride feels very bumpy when there's tons of bumps, like especially my type of streets, because we have basically no maintenance. And yeah, so you gotta be careful about those two. And it has no rear suspension, unfortunately, but that's fine. It's foldable. You can you can fold it about from approximately like 70 centimeters of height. You can take it down to like 30, not even 30, like 20 centimeters. And yeah, that's pretty good, I think. And in terms of performance, it's pretty good. It's pretty stable. It has a 4 watt front light, and no, not front watt, like 20 watt. No, what the fuck am I saying? 10 watt. Let me look at the name. Yeah, 10 volt front light and a 4 volt rear light. Then you can turn on and off on the handlebars, because here's God, next to the on and off button, we have the light button, and so that's how it works. Now the video is about to end, but because we're almost made it over to my friend's house, and I'm gonna give you the last few specifications. So it has a real front position light, which doesn't seem that powerful day, but in the night it's really gonna help you get where you have to. And here I turn around because I no, never mind, I don't. So as I was saying earlier, it has a grippy sticker surface, because you need to. It has a grippy surface, pretty bad, pretty good. Not gonna lie. It has tons of grip, so you can actually stay on this thing. It's quite easy to maneuver. It's just that the sticker lifts up after a bit of time you use it, but it's okay. The charge time is about 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and yeah, you get a bell with it. You get a and you get a reflection thingy with it. I'm gonna put something. Nah, never mind. So yeah, you get a bell with it and a reflection thing, so that you can notice it. Now it comes with reflective stickers too, but I took them off. I don't, because they were basically falling off, so I peeled them. But you can keep them if you want. Now, one thing I recommend you doing is check your bearings, because they get used very easily, and make sure to charge it, and make sure to fully empty the battery before you charge it. So yeah, basically that's all. Now I'm gonna put a bit of the original audio so you can enjoy a bit of the ride, and yeah, that's all. Bye. like it. And so, hope you're enjoying this review. Again, the company is egoboo. This is the go80 model, and I'm not gonna link the product in the description or comments, but you can search it online. It's egoboo go80. It's a Greek company, but you can find it on, I think, Amazon or something like that. So yeah, see ya.